Hey guys, Ben and Brandon here at Vance Outdoors, and today we have a special video for you. If you didn't know, we carry Traegers now. So we have them at our Hebron, Obetz, and Lebanon locations. Stop in and check them out. But today on the video, we're actually gonna smoke 2 pork butts. We're gonna do them 2 different ways. Before we get started and prepping all the meat and everything, Brandon's gonna go through the setup process on a new Traeger. If you decide to purchase one, you need to go through some steps to get it set up before you start cooking. So Brandon?
So Traegers are very, very known for really nice, kind of a high end, but you're getting a lot of benefits from a Traeger smoker. As far as the setup process, once you get the smoker built, like right here, we're dealing with the Ironwood 885 is what we're gonna smoke with today. You gotta put the grill together. It comes partially together. You got to add the legs and the sides and stuff, but the unit and the smoke box does come together, so it's pretty simple to put together. Once you get it together, all you got to do is plug it in, put your pellets in the hopper, and then you want to turn the on button on, and you got to prime the auger. Now it'll count down from I think a minute and 20 seconds or so. Once it goes through that process, it automatically feeds all your pellets into the burner itself. Once you do that, you will need to turn the heat up to 350 degrees. And when it reaches 350, you want to let it season for 20 minutes. After that 20 minutes on 350, bump it up to 500. Then you're going to want to do an additional 30 minutes at 500. What that does is clean all the oils and greases out of the grill, off of the drip trays, the racks, the inside of the grill itself.
Yeah, you don't want to cook on that stuff.
No. So once you get that seasoned, you hold the button on the left, and basically what that does is it puts it in a power down mode. Now I believe that took 25 minutes?
Yeah, it's about a half hour roughly to power down.
And what that does is it just gets all the pellets out of the auger and burns everything off before it shuts itself off. Once it shuts itself off, hit the power button on the back, unplug it, you're good to go on the next round when you're ready to smoke, just like we're doing here today.
And of course, all those steps are explained in the manual that you receive when you purchase one of these grills. So then, now we're gonna move into what we're gonna do with each one of these butts. So we have one that we brined overnight. And Brandon, you wanna go through your brine recipe for this one?
Yeah, the brine recipe came from one of our employees here at the store, Alex Masters. This brine recipe consists of a gallon of water, which most of it's drained out before we brought it out here. So a gallon of water, a cup of pure maple syrup, a cup of kosher salt, and a cup of dark brown sugar. And basically all you do is you mix that in the bag with the water, throw your butt in there, let it marinate overnight.
Yep.
And it's ready to rub down, and we'll kind of show you that process as well. So we're gonna rub this one down with
the perfect pork.
The perfect pork from Traeger.
Yep.
So you got a brine, perfect pork from Traeger Grills seasoning. We're gonna rub it down with that.
So once we pull this butt out, you wanna just go ahead and get started on this one?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So we'll pull this one out, and part of the process when it's a wet brine, you want to pat it down with the dry paper towel so you're relatively dry on the pork butt. Got it. Okay.
This baby looks awesome.
Oh yeah, it looks good. Where do we get these from again, Brandon?
TC Market.
TC Market.
Thorntonville?
Yeah, great shop, great butcher shop there.
What a lot of people do as well is they do a great job on the fat cat. You kind of want a 1/4 inch of that fat on top. If it's a little thicker, you can actually trim it, or you can even trim it down to 1/8 of an inch, depending on how fatty you want your butt to be. There's that. And since you got your gloves off,
You want me to
I'll have you apply the
throw it on there for you?
seasoning and I'll rub her in.
All right, so like Brandon said, we're gonna try out the Traeger Perfect Pork Rub on this one. Just gonna get it good.
Don't be afraid. You want
a bunch on here.
to cover it.
Honestly, we're probably gonna use about this whole can on this pork butt before it's over with.
Just kind of massage that into that top fat cap there. And since that side's done, the top's done, we're gonna flip it over. There you go. A little tap taparoo.
A little tappy.
Just a little bit of that.
So Brandon, when we're cooking these, what are we gonna start off at? What temp are we gonna start off?
230.
230. We're gonna keep it at 230 the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
Right there. There we go.
Let's open this other side up.
It's gorgeous looking, isn't it?
Looks great.
Now what I like to do is not waste very much of that seasoning. This one is ready for the smoker.
All right.
Want me to go and throw it in there?
Sure, now that we got this all set up and rubbed down, we're gonna throw it in the smoker and Don's gonna follow us over here with the camera. So we're gonna throw her in here. And the grill comes with a probe, so we're gonna add that probe.
You want to get this into the middle, the thickest part of the meat, but you don't really want to be around the bone. So you got your shorter bone right here. It kind of goes 3/4 of the way through this. So the fattest, meatiest part's probably going to be right in there. That's where you want to stick that thermometer. About halfway in. Perfect.
All right. Now, you know what? Apologies.
Look at that.
Did that wrong. Yeah, there's a little grommet there. You can run your thermostat up through there. There. All right. One in. So now that we have pork butt number 1 on the Traeger, we're gonna go ahead and prep the second pork butt here. So with this one, we actually talked to the fellas at Bearded Butchers, Scott and Seth, and they recommended using their black blend, and they also recommended using yellow mustard as a binder. So we're gonna get this out of the packaging here, and we're gonna cover it in mustard. So once Brandon gets some mustard on here, I'll cover the whole thing up. And this is just going to be a good binder for all that dry rub. All right.
Ready for some Bearded Butcher Black?
Ready. I'm excited to try both of these when we're done here. It's gonna be great. This stuff smells great too. Have you tried any of this stuff yet, Brandon?
I haven't.
Bearded Butchers? And just like the first one, liberal coating of it all over the pork butt. I want this thing covered up pretty good on all sides. All right, so now that we got this guy covered up, we're gonna throw it on the smoker as well. All right, so Brandon, what are we gonna do as far as cook time goes with both of these pork butts?
So we're gonna leave the temperature at 230 the whole time. Right now, hopefully in 5 hours, we're gonna be at 165 internal temperature on this pork butt. Once we reach the 165 internal temperature, we're gonna go ahead and take them out. We're gonna wrap them in butcher paper, put them back in the smoker, and let them raise up to about 205. A lot of times I'll pull them at 200 because you know it's gonna, when it rests, you know it's probably gonna continue to heat up a little bit more.
Yep.
4 to 5 degrees or so. So once we get them out at 200, we're gonna let them rest for about 30 minutes, unwrap them, pull them, and enjoy them.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, pretty simple process, and it's very, very tasty.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be good, so.
Best thing about these Traegers too, they have an app you can download, and since we put that probe in there, we can monitor the temp on the piece of meat in there and make sure that so we don't have to open up the lid and mess around. We can just monitor it with the app. They're really nice. So,
yep. So you got a low pellet sensor.
Yep.
If you're running low on pellets, you can change the temperature of the smoker. You can actually set your own cooking times. Like if, say this takes 6 hours, you know, next time maybe we can program our own cook time to where we can set it to 6 hours to alert us. That way we can check the probe to make sure, you know, it's going to be close to 165. That way we know we can wrap it, throw it back in until it reaches the 200 degrees. And then when that's all said and done, you know, that app, you can basically be on your couch and you can
watch your football.
Yeah, you can cook this on your phone pretty much. So
yep.
Pretty cool.
All right, guys, so we'll check back here shortly when we're gonna spritz them a little bit here in a little while. We'll keep checking back with you, and I don't know if Brandon's gonna be out here the whole time. He has some work to do. I have some work to do. But it might be me and Don checking back, but we'll check back with you and show you the progress on the pork butts.
I'll be checking in the office on my phone.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so we've had both pork butts on here for a couple hours now. It's about noon, and our internal temp with the one pork butt is at right about 135. We're gonna wanna hit 165 before we wrap them. And from now until 165, we're gonna spritz them with apple cider vinegar. About every 10 degrees, we're gonna open up and we're just gonna spritz them down. So I'm gonna have Dawn pull in here real close. I'm gonna open her up and we're gonna spritz these babies. They're looking good already.
Ooh, boy. Done yet? Is it done? No, again, what sauces? No, you're fine. What sauces did you use again? Which one has which seasoning? I mean.
Okay, so the one on the right is the Traeger Perfect Pork, and the one on the left is the mustard and the Bearded Butcher Black. All right. Okay, guys, we finally hit an internal temperature of 165, and we're gonna pull these pork butts off and we're gonna wrap them in the Bearded Butcher paper. And then we're gonna kick them back on the grill and cook them up to 205, and then we're gonna pull them and rest them. So I'm gonna take the first pork butt off right now. Hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. All right, these things look great. So this is the one that we brined. Make sure I don't drop it. Everybody be mad at me. All right. Now that we got her off, we're just gonna wrap it up real tight. Throw it right back on. All right. All right, guys, this is number 2. This is the mustard and bearded butcher black blend. Both of these look great. Okay, number 2's wrapped up. Throw her back on. And throw our probe back in. Keep on going. All right, guys, time is now. We're gonna pull them off. We hit 200, so we're gonna pull them. We're gonna pull our first one off here. Brandon, can you pull that the cooler over here? All right, so we're gonna wrap them up in a little bit more paper. Then we're gonna throw them in the cooler. Don, you wanna get that?
I'm gonna get the cooler with it.
Yeah.
We've tried that already.
We're gonna let them rest there in the cooler for 20 minutes. All right, number 2. This one's the bearded butcher blend, mustard. Wrap this guy up as well. Throw her into rest. Okay, guys, pork butt number 1, brine and Traeger seasoning. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be good.
Come on, come on. Let's see it. Oh, mate.
You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Looks pretty good to me. What do you think, Brandon? Smells great.
Alright, take a bite of that, Ben. Grab
All
your
right.
piece.
Okay. First try. Pretty good. About perfect. We tasted it. It's really good, but it could use just a little bit more. So Ed's gonna sprinkle some more of this Traeger perfect pork seasoning on here, and we're gonna get it just right.
I think we're good.
All right. So I'm gonna call it on pork butt number 1. That's it for that one. All right, guys, number 2. Mustard and Bearded Butcher Black. See what this one's all about. I imagine it's gonna look about the same, but yeah, buddy.
Oh, that smell.
All right, guys, so there's the bone. Ooh, it's hot.
Look at that.
That bone is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay.
Alright, Ben, hurry up. Take a bite. Take a bite.
All right. Brandon?
Big bite. Get a big old bite.
I don't know. They're both very good.
Try it with the bark. Try the bark piece right there.
I'll try that piece right there. That's a perfect piece.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick between the two, it's probably gonna go to the Bearded Butcher, the black. It's good.
What's this one?
It's
Mustard and black.
yeah, mustard first for a binder, and then Bearded Black, Bearded Butcher blend. Yep. Well, guys, that's gonna just about wrap it up. We're gonna do a couple taste tests with the crew here at our Hebron store. We're gonna get some people to give their feedback as well. I gave mine. I know, Brandon, what do you think? Which one's your favorite out of the two?
They're both really close, man, to be honest.
Yep. Ed liked the Bearded Butchers. I like the Bearded Butchers, but I mean that Traeger one is very good as well. So, yeah, both of them are awesome. So, yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, got the Traegers for sale at all 3 locations: the Lebanon, Hebron, and Obetz. We've got all the accessories, all the rubs, barbecue sauces, everything to go with it. Stop on in and see us. And like I said at the end of the video, we're gonna have a couple of the employees give their feedback as well. All right, guys, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and like and follow us on all those social media platforms. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
What do you think?
For the barbecue?
Good seasoning to it. Hunter?
It's good flavor. It's not too much, but it's there. It's good. It's good.
Okay. And then our barbecue connoisseur, Natalie.
It's sweet. Just a tiny bit of smoke flavor, not overwhelming by any means.
Okay.
That's good.
You can tell that it's real smoke and not a smoke seasoning.
Okay.
Much better.
You like number 2 better?
Yes, it's more.
It's way more sophisticated.
Yes.
Explain, Hunter.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go into detail to explain that.
Okay.
It's good. Very good.
It's not as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Not
like
too
eating,
much, it's
eating
right-
real
it's
barbecue,
right
not so sweet, not so candy flavored. That's better. I like that one.
So between 1 and 2, you all agree number 2.
Number
Two.
two. Number two.